No? Okay. All right. Okay. Are you with me?
Yep.
So what is I times I?
-1.
-1. Don't forget. Okay. All right. These three problems, get the answer. You get 5, 10, 15 seconds. It doesn't take long. Just get it. Unless you can't remember how to do it, then it takes forever. Hey, Emma, what's the answer to the square root of -9? She's not sure. Sophie,
Me.
say again. 3i squared. Okay. Hannah, this one. 5i. Okay. Landon, this one. You don't know? Kyler.
2 square root 3i.
Where's the I?
Behind it, the 3.
Right here.
Yeah. Or in front.
Where? Where do you want it?
Right there. Keep it right there.
Keep it right there. Okay. He says this. She says this. He says this. Okay. How many are right?
1.
One's right. Okay. Only one is right. Okay. Ready? How do you really do this? Now, some people just know the answer, but you don't know why it's the answer. Here's what it is. That's the square root of -9, right? Why? You have to think like this. -9 is just -1 times what? 9. So the square root of -1 is what? I. So what comes out is I. What's the square root of 9? 3. So the answer is what? 3i. Not 3i squared, just 3i. This is the only one that was right. It's the square root of what? -1 times what? 25. What's the square root of 25? 5. What's the square root of -1? I. The answer is 5i. Most of you can probably say the answer is 5i, but you didn't know why. Because when you break that number up into -1 times 25, you get I and you get 5. 5i. This one, Kyler, you're close. Okay, ready? This is really -1 times 4 times 3. What's the square root of 4? 2. What's the square root of -1? I. And the square root of 3, you don't know, so you leave it in there. Now, if Kyler would have said this to me, okay, if Kyler would have said 2 square root of 3, and then he said this to me, now he has it right. Because he doesn't have the I where? Inside. So, by the way, the back of your book will always write your answer like this. They put the I in the back. I don't like it. It's a pet peeve of mine. Along with that guy who's sawing his cement in half. Yeah, go ahead. Shut it now. Anyways, I don't like this. So, hey guys, in the back of your book, you're going to see this. Would you please put the I where? In front. Okay, don't, even though this is right, I want it in front. Okay, like this. Okay, that's it. Good? Okay, just a refresh. Okay, I hope that made sense. Next, this is kind of weird because you didn't see this much in Algebra 2, if any. You now have a group of numbers called the real numbers, right? That would be any number you can think of. But wait a second. Now they introduced what? The imaginary number, right here, I. But the imaginary numbers brings in a whole new group of numbers called what? Complex. And complex numbers will always look like this, where A is the real part of the answer, where BI is the imaginary part, okay? So an example. Here's an example. 7 plus 4i. You okay with that? That's a complex number. It's the real number 7 plus the imaginary part 4i. That's what they're going to look like. A lot of answers, okay? If you get just this answer, come down here, 6i. That one is called a pure imaginary number. It's just imaginary. What's the real part? 0. Without any number in front, guys, this is a pure imaginary number, okay? But they don't put that there. So I guess I should just write that for you. Okay, good? All right, next, this is kind of weird now. Stay with me. What is, if I didn't have this up here, if I said, what's the imaginary number, you'd say what? Would you say I? If I say, what's the imaginary number? You'd say I. Okay, and then I say, okay, well then take I and square it. What's the answer now? Do you guys remember? I said, don't forget that I squared is always what? Everybody good so far? Okay. I is I. I squared is -1. What's I cubed? Say it again. I. Okay. I cubed is made up of these two. Isn't I cubed really just this? I times I what? Squared. I to the first times I to the second is I to the third, right? What's I squared? -1. So doesn't this say I times what? -1. So what's the answer to I cubed? Negative I. Okay, so look at this. I cubed is -I. I squared is -1. I is just I. I is the imaginary number. Okay, I'm going to keep growing. The exponent gets bigger. I to the 4th. What? I'm hearing 1. Where are you getting the 1 from? I squared times I squared. What's I squared? And times another -1, right? Which makes 1. Okay, I to the first is I to the second is -1, I to the third is -I to the fourth is 1, I to the fifth. You think it's what? You think it's I, huh? How do you think that?
Just start 1 times I.
Hey, what? Do well?
1 times I.
1 times I?
Like I to the 4th times I.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So Noel says if you just take I to the 4th, which I just did, right? Which is what? 1 times what? I. Isn't I to the 4th times I to the 1st, I to the 5th? And I to the 4th is what? 1 times I is I. Let's look. Hey, look at this. Ready? I, -1, I, 1, I. What do you think the next one is?
-1.
You think I'm going to repeat it? Okay, let's see. I to the 6th. I know I don't have it on here, but what is I to the 6th? Can somebody give me the breakup? Yeah, I know it's -1. I'm saying break it up from, give me some parts.
Because it's I cubed times I cubed.
Don't bring in -I. Bring in the easy ones. The easy ones are I squared is -1 or I to the 4th.
Oh.
Hey, guys, what if I went I to the 4th times I to the 2nd? 4 of them plus 2 more makes 6, right? What's I to the 4th? 1. What's I to the 2nd? What's the answer?
-1.
So, is there a pattern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think I to the 7th is? -I. What do you think I to the 8th is? 1. It just repeats. It just repeats. All the way down forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, so what's this? What's I to the 18th? Don't say it, don't say it. Think about it and then write the answer. Olivia, what's the answer? Chris, what's the answer? Zoe, what's the answer? Okay, boom, boom, boom. We'll get all the. How'd you do it? Any one of you three. Olivia, how'd you do it? I to the sixth times I to the sixth times I to the sixth. She did it 3 times because she knew I to the sixth was what? She knew it was -1, so that's just -1 to the third, which is -1. Cool. I didn't do it that way. I didn't do it that way. How'd you do it, Zoe? How'd you do it, Chris? I to the second times I to the what?
I didn't do it that way, but so I did it the way that she did it, except that's the first way that I was thinking about it, because I was just thinking about multiplying.
Okay.
I did it I to the 6.
You did that, okay. So can I show you how I do it? Watch this. I like this. This is good, except this number can get really big, and I don't know if you want to do that. Okay, here's what I do. I go like this. What's I to the fourth, guys? 1. So you know what I do? I go I to the fourth. I take it and I raise it to a power. You guys remember doing this back in Algebra 2? C to the third raised to the fourth. What's that? See the what? Yes. Multiply power raised to a power, right? So you know what I do? I go like this. I just take my I to the fourth and I raise it to a power that gets me really close to 18. 3? 4 times 3 is 12. I can get closer. 4. I go like this. Now what's I to the fourth? Raise to the fourth.
16.
I to the 16th. But then I'm missing it by how much?
2.
Just 2 more. So then I go I squared. Okay? Now, tell me, what's I to the fourth? 1. So this just says 1 raised to the fourth times I squared. Well, this is just 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what's I squared?
Negative.
That's it. You can do it Olivia's way. But the problem with Olivia's way is, what if that would have been I to the 188th? You want to say I to the 6 times 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 I to the 6? Sorry. Ready? Do it. I'm going to call on you in about 30 seconds. What's I to the 103rd power? Howard, what'd you get?
Oh, yeah, I
Didn't get it yet. Zach, what'd you get?
negative I.
He says negative I. Okay. Zoe, what'd you get? Negative I. Okay. Ryan, what'd you get?
Nothing.
Nothing. Katie, what'd you get? Still doing it. Okay. Maybe I'm rushing you. Okay, I got a couple negative I's is what I got. Here we go. Zoe, you said negative I, right? How'd you get it? You what? You did. She didn't have a way, but she got it. Okay. Zach, how'd you get it?
I did I to the fourth,
Okay.
and then parentheses, and then I did 25 on the outside.
Okay.
So
Okay. Stop. Guys, what's he up to right now? That's I to the 100. But you guys know I to the fourth is 1, and 1 to the 25th power is 1 times, what's left?
I to the third.
Yeah, but now you could change I to the third.
Well, negative I.
Well, yeah, but couldn't you just say I to the third is just I squared times I to the first? Okay, you guys know this is what? 1 times, what's this?
Negative
1 times I. It's negative I. Yes.
Why wouldn't you just times that by I to the third? Because that's I.
Okay, so you're gonna say, take this 1 times I to the third and get what? I to the third. And then you know that's negative I? Okay, that's fine. If you know I to the third is negative I, fine. See, I'm not sure if everybody knows that though. So that's why I keep breaking it down. Okay. Good? Okay. This last slide is simply this. Just do what they tell you to do. Would you please add 2 complex numbers? Would you please subtract 2 complex numbers? Would you please what? Multiply 2 complex numbers. Go. I don't have to tell you how to do it. You did it last year. Hint, hint. That's what you should do, right? Take the real part plus the real part, get an answer. Take the imaginary part plus the imaginary part, get an answer. Real part plus real part makes what? 7. Imaginary part plus imaginary part makes? Negative 2i. There you go. That's your answer from addition. Subtraction gets tricky. Be careful. Brandon, what's the answer to subtraction? 6. He says 6 minus 7i. Thumbs up, you agree? Or nah, not wrong. I got most of you going thumbs up, and some of you didn't even vote. Just be very careful with subtraction because this is negative 1 times this, right? And this, which would make it 8 minus 6i what? Minus 2 followed by minus I. Now looking at this, would you say he's right or wrong? Right. He's right. That and that make what? 6. This and this make negative 7i. He's right. How do you multiply? Foil. Go. Get it. I did first times first, outer times outer, inner times inner. I did not do last because I want to see what you say. Last times last is
Negative 4i squared.
negative 4i squared.
But then you can simplify that to make it a positive.
Yeah, this is really just what? Plus 4. Because I squared is negative 1, and negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4.
Yeah.
Final answer, real part, is what?
19.
Then what?
Minus 7i.
Okay,
He didn't know the answer.
good. This one, what does it mean to say 2 plus 8i, all of it squared? What are you going to write though?
Oh, you point like out. 2 plus 8i.
2 plus 8i times what? 2 plus 8i, go. Go do it. See what you get. Again, the last times the last gets a little messy. What is it? What is this? 64i squared, which really makes what? Negative 64, right? Final answer. Real part.
Negative 60 plus 32i.
Plus 32i. What can you skip?
Those ones.
These three, but don't, like, put them on Monday's assignment. Put these three on Monday, we'll get back here Monday, and we'll talk about it. What's tomorrow? Quiz. It's okay, hey, what's the difference between a test and a quiz?
The quiz, the like.
The first one.
It don't matter.